Hi, everyone. We are back with the Janelle Show, and I am so excited to speak to you guys today because I have a very special guest. And you guys, I have been having a rough day, technology issues, the joys of being an entrepreneur, and my guest, Charmaine Fuller, has been so sweet to me. So let me introduce her to you because she is the mom of 3 children, 2 of which have been diagnosed with autism and 1 with ADHD. Charmaine has been an advocate and mentor to parents in the special needs community for over 10 years, helping moms manage the special needs world with sanity. Charmaine is a life strategist with the Charm Life and guides entrepreneur moms with special needs children to help them achieve more time, get more energy, and focus in their personal and professional life. Charmaine has been a parent mentor and advocate for other special needs parents, as well as is a certified life coach. Her work has been shared in her View from Home, Metro Detroit Moms, and she's been a speaker of CARE of Southeast Michigan, have been on multiple podcasts and summits, as well as a family center of Grosse Pointe Harper Woods, sharing life management tools and techniques for moms. Charmaine, thank you so much for being here. That was a mouthful. So we were just chit-chatting just now, and I was like, oh my gosh, we need to hit record because this is a podcast episode. And what we were talking about was list building. So this is key to my heart as a marketer. I love building a list because I tell people all the time, the list is where the money is. You don't own social media. Nope. You don't own anything on the internet, but your list is where your money is. And so we were talking about how to build those lists. And what were you saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Slow and fast drips.
So basically what we were talking about is it was the lighter fluid thing of trying to do summits and get people on fast. So here's a couple of things that I've noticed from doing summits. Even though it wasn't a lot of summits, I did 5 or 6 of them. Mm-hmm. What I noticed is that yes, summits are great. They're like lighter fluids. You get people in, you get a lot of people on your list. Great. But it's a lot of work on the back end. And I would highly not suggest it if you don't have help otherwise, or if you're not classified as mentally challenged. Don't do it by yourself. Don't do it by yourself if possible. It's so crazy. The second thing is, because it's lighter fluid, right? And you have these people on your list. What I've noticed, I don't know about what you've noticed, Janelle, I noticed like 60% of the people on the list aren't even your ideal person. So you end up having these people on your list that ain't never gonna buy nothing from you, no way. They just wanted to come to the summit. Mm-hmm. And while that's great, right? Now you got to throw more lighter fluid and do another summit to get people in the door to get a portion. Whereas my list now is really, I only have a couple of hundred people, but I have a 40% open rate.
Right. Right.
I have a 10% click rate on average.
Yeah.
Because I'm not throwing out a wide net like I am, but I'm not. And it's not saying don't do a summit, don't do these different things, but your list is everything. And if you have a lot of, I call them empty spacers, because unless you're using MailerLite or maybe MailChimp, it costs money to have people on your list. And that comes down to your copy, right? Your copy, is it clear? Is it niched in? Are you talking to people the problem you're trying to solve, or are you just like showing pictures of your cat and of your kids and it has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with nothing. And while those things are cute, you're going to get people who just on your list because they like the pictures of your cat, or you're just going to get people on your list that, so I'm not an expert. These are just things that I've noticed in running my thing. But your list is your goal. My God, who cares about how many followers you have on Instagram? How many people you got on your list that actually open your stuff?
Right. So when we're saying list, for people that don't know, we're talking about your email list. So when you go to Target, you're getting those emails, you buy from them, you get those emails from them. Hey, we're having a sale. Hey, Black Friday sale. Hey, those that you're on Target's email list.
Right.
So when you want to build out a business, you want to have an email list where you're emailing your subscribers, you're emailing your customers.
Regularly.
Right, on a regular basis, whether that's monthly. I know a lady that she does it monthly, and I swear every time she sends out an email, I'm clicking to open it because I know it's going to be so good.
Value, yes.
Yes. And some people, they email weekly. So it just depends on how often you can be consistent with sending out those emails, but you also want to make sure, like Charmaine just said, it has a lot of value in it. And people like, oh my gosh, I really need to open Charmaine's emails. Oh my gosh, I need to open Janelle's emails. So I know that there's going to be information in the email.
Right. And not just buy this. Guess what I'm doing? What can you offer? One of the things I've been asking myself lately is, what is my intention and what is the impact that I'm looking to leave on the content or whatever it is I'm doing? What is the impact I'm looking to leave? How do I want people to feel? Because it ain't about me. The emails that I send out are not about me. It's about the women on my list who have let me into certain areas of their life or certain things going on based on either questions I've asked, or maybe I'm stalking them on social media, so I see what's going on. So how can I add value to their life? When you switch to that, when you take that switch versus, oh my God, I have to get out, because I've been in that cycle. I had a coach telling me to send out emails daily. It felt like somebody was pulling my eyelashes out one by one.
Oh my gosh, I unsubscribed from those people so quick.
Right, because that's not my audience. So what I got was, when I was I was getting like a 7% open rate. I was getting, like, it was crazy, but you have to know your audience. There are some audiences where that might work, but this is again where it comes into knowing your audience. My audience are neurodiverse, they're busy, they're working, plus they're probably trying to build a side hustle into a main hustle. They are all over the place. And those emails were not really value driven. Like, I tried to fool myself to make it think, but me sending you a question 3 times a week, you're not engaging because you're not flipping open in all the emails. Anywho, I was sending out an email a day. That was pure torture. And so I had to go, okay, and this is where knowing your values comes into play. What is the impact that I want to leave? Well, does this make me feel free? Do I think I'm bringing freedom to my lady, or am I just chaining her up to be sitting on her phone? Like, no, I want her to be living her life. So, okay, it doesn't meet a core value. What are your values for your business? What are your values for your life? That is the heartbeat and the baseline of everything I do now. Does it meet a value? No. Okay, then that's going to be a hard no thank you for me right now. If I find that it aligns later, great. I always tell my moms, I go, fast no, slow yes, because you can always come back from no, right? If you tell somebody no thank you and you come back a week later and go, hey, is this still available? 9 times out of 10, it's either still available, or maybe they found someone who was supposed to bless them. But fast no. Find out those things that seem unrelated, your values. What is the impact you want to leave with your list? When you think about the impact that you want to give, then your copy changes, because your copy goes from sign up for my list, do this, do that, to adding value. And you're not giving away the whole farm, because you can give value and impact without giving out your entire secret sauce. And let's be honest, Janelle, right? On social media, I have given out my entire secret sauce before, but nobody's paying attention like that.
Right. And everything is Googleable, right? Everything is on YouTube. Anything I can teach anybody is on YouTube. But are people actually going to go on there and actually learn it and actually implement? No, they need me to hold their hands and take them through the process.
Exactly. So knowing that impact, intention, your values. If you aren't sure about what your values are, if it feels a little bit shaky, if you think highly suggest a book by Danielle Laporte called The Desire Map. Although she uses the word feelings, it's really your values. Your core values is what she's talking about, because your values are how you want your life to feel. So it's a short read. It's a short read. It's like one book, and the front of the book is a book. The second half is a workbook. Bam, 2 for 1. But get clear about your values for your business. What is it? What's your business doing?
Right.
Why are you in business? Great, you're a life coach, but what type of life coach? who is your person? Because you ain't serving everybody. Are you
Oh,
serving?
you wouldn't believe how many people tell me they serve everybody. Like,
right?
literally.
It's like, no, you cannot serve everybody. Yeah, you're gonna have to bring that in. And your niche is not just about niche and demographics, which I think a lot of people don't get, are two different things. Right? Your demographics, woman 35 to 42, 2 kids, a dog, single family home, 100K a year. You know, the demo and psychographics are one thing. Niche is, what's the problem I'm solving?
Yeah.
Right?
I like to call it their pain point. So once you figured out your ideal audience, you're going to figure out their niche, their pain points.
Yep.
What can you say to them to help them solve their problems?
Exactly.
And how do they know that you're the person that they need to hire to help them solve their problems?
And a lot of that comes from, and I didn't used to like to hear this because I'm a microwave type of girl. You know, I grew up in the 80s. That's when the microwave came out and you could put all your stuff in there and cook it. And like, you're like, hey, it's done, microwave. But nothing about marketing is microwave, nothing. Unless you already have like an extensive budget and you can pay for ads and you can hire a team and you can have all of these pieces that would normally, but even then you would still have to be consistent. Even with the ads and the team, like you can't trump consistency. There's no way to pay your way out of being consistent, because truth for me, I've done it that way where I've had the whole team and I've run ads. And again, that's lighter fluid. Right. Lighter fluid leads to overwhelm. It leads to exhaustion. It leads to you hating your business. It leads to you getting physically sick. Yeah, you could sit and pour money in the ads and like have somebody doing this and have somebody creating that. But what happens when the campaign is over? What happens when you run out of money? Because now you've been pouring all of this in, and you know, I'm sure as well as I know, Facebook ads are nothing but a big test, because what works this week might get you nothing next week. And sometimes adding more money to an ad doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get more quality people. You know, you could get a whole bunch of frogs with a $200 ad, like a whole bunch, but you won't know unless you tweak copy or you tweak the image or the video, or you don't know that, you know, until then. So again, I'm not saying don't do ads. I'm not saying don't hire a team, but if you're thinking that you're going to do it to fast track, you will be sorely disappointed and just burned out.
I had this conversation last night because I actually have a dispute with PayPal right now, and I'm not going to get into it about their Facebook ads. But last night I was talking to my fiance and I was just like, how do we know how much an ad with Facebook is really worth? Like they say you have a $500 balance. This week you ran $500 worth of ads. Well, how do I know what $500 worth of ads is worth? Is it worth 500 potential customers, or is it worth 2 potential customers? How do I know what the ad spend is worth?
And allegedly, you should be able to look at your metrics, right? You should be able to look at your metrics and see, you know, how it hit. But it's like, but okay, how are you hitting these people though? Like, wait a minute, what
does that really mean? What do those metrics really mean?
It's a lot of ambiguity. Facebook ads are great. Organic is so much better.
Well, that's what I was about to say. We can't control Facebook ads. That's my point.
Yeah.
I can't control the metrics. I can't control how much ad spend.
Yeah. Right.
Or the algorithm. We can't control that. So we have to do what we can control, which is organic marketing.
It's beautiful. And it's part of that consistency piece, right? Everybody wants the lighter fluid, which is the Facebook ad, the YouTube ad, the Google ad, the Instagram ad. But you don't know if you're reaching your target market because they really showing it to whoever in the hell they want to show it to at any given time. And can they be successful? Yes, I have had success off of Facebook ads. But I've had more success off of organic marketing, leveraging my own platform, using others, collaborations, focusing on groups, not being in
Mhm.
500 groups, finding 2 or 3 groups that were a part of my target, going in to add value, not just pitching my product, but going through people's posts, reading, adding value. And then when it was time to promote, because I had been adding value, now people are signing up for workshops and things of that nature. So adding value, like you cannot survive long without adding value. Again, if you're doing lighter fluids, sure. I mean, you can do I call it the hit it and quit it, where you go in and you just add your promotion and somebody signs up, but they're not going to stay. They're probably not going to stay with you forever, because if you're using the hit it and quit it model, you're probably not nurturing them. The emails and this is just based on my prior knowledge. There might be somebody out there who's an outlier to this bro marketing formula, but 9 times out of 10, you're not building relationship, and it's all about building relationship. And that can feel so hard when it feels like you've been building relationship forever, but you don't see the results you want. That can feel impossible. This is why tracking is important. This is why being either in a mastermind space, or if you're working with a coach, having a coach is important. Even in what I do, I have my ladies track, because that's one of the things. They go, oh my gosh, my home is still a mess. And I'm like, okay, but last month your kids were doing this and you were feeling but now this month that's not a thing for you anymore. Yes, there's still growth, but sis, you killing it. Oh, and I think that's part of what being a part of a community, or even having a coach, does for you, is to help you to see your growth, because they're tracking along with you. But that's what that's about, because in some parts of your journey, it's going to look like you haven't moved. You're going to feel like, oh my God, I haven't moved. I'm still in the same place. Bump this. Let me go try something else. That was my favorite thing. Oh, when I wasn't tracking, oh my gosh, it doesn't look like this is working. Let me build another program. Oh my gosh, it doesn't look like this is working. Let me switch the ads around. And so it will be a constant changing and moving. Now, there's a difference in between changing and moving all the time and having data and going, yeah, I've tried this. This is not working. It no longer feels like, or even if something honestly doesn't feel like it's an alignment, not just it's not working, because I had something that was working, but I'm like, I don't want to operate like this is, oh God, this is not how I want to, this doesn't make me feel free. I feel no joy in it. I feel no freedom in it. Am I making money? Hell yeah. But yeah, after this is cut off, I'm not doing this anymore. But that comes from knowing what your values are, what your intention is for a space, what's your impact, being consistent with it. The stuff that we don't like to talk about because it's not lighter fluid. Trust me, nobody gets it more than me about wanting to put lighter fluid on something and making it go fast. I want it to go fast, but going fast doesn't always really yield you the results that you think it's going to yield you.
Most of my clients come from referrals. So it's simply a conversation like this, right? And you may know somebody that needs my services, or I may know somebody that needs your services. And then it just kind of trickles down and continues.
Yep.
This is what we're talking about organic marketing. Like Charmaine said, going into the Facebook groups and just having a conversation with somebody. I resonated with you. I had this thing where I would post in this one particular group and I would say, can I have a coffee chat? Is anybody available for coffee chat? And you know how many people would sign up, and we would just genuinely just talk. And I probably got in one month, I got 5 customers from that coffee chat, from that one group, just from chatting with people. Like, you just said something. I need that service. I actually needed help with that. Or I know somebody that needs help with that.
And that's how I get a lot of, because I'm always looking for people to refer my people to. So I do coffee chats to meet people for, like, especially because I just help people get their life together. I don't fix your money. I don't fix your business. I don't fix none of that. I just help you to see a blueprint. So I'm always looking for people that do business stuff, people that do financial stuff, people that do parenting stuff. So I have those so I can build my referral bank.
There you go.
Because that's necessary. And even if you're not doing what, I or Janelle are doing, having those conversations with people, networking on that type of level, that's why I'm kind of I loved going out to network and to just have conversations. I'm not trying to pitch you or show you my card or whatever, because I know I just follow me on social, because I'm going to use your card as a bookmark. But even if you use the virtual network marketing, not network marketing, but networking meetings appropriately, you can get so many connections that way. You can meet through with so many people. And it's like you said before, it's a numbers game, right? So if you're not meeting with anybody, if you aren't collaborating at all, and you think you're on this little island and that you're going to put your little virtual shingle out there and you're going to tell people you have a list, then poof, magically they're going to appear in your email marketing system, whatever that is, and they're going to just show up and you're going to sell to them. And that's what I think a lot of marketers and businesses out there kind of make it seem like, because they market to the pain point in the wrong way. They market to it from the space of, this is what I had. I helped Jenny reach a 6-figure month in like 2 weekends. Like all she's doing is working 2 weekends a month. But Jenny has a nanny. She's got an involved husband. She's got a housekeeper. She's got a social media manager. Like, yeah, even though she's working a job, she has all of these other factions helping her. Whereas if you're a Charmaine, you don't have a nanny. Like right now, I don't have a nanny and I'm dying.
Welcome to the club.
And so you're doing all these kid pieces yourself. And so you don't have anybody cooking for you. So you're having to go and do so you don't have the same time as Jenny has. You don't have the same financial resources yet that Jenny has. So how do you work with what you have? Oh yeah, unless the money falls out of the sky, I'm not about to have a 6-figure weekend. That's not happening. And 6-figure weekends come because of consistency.
Yes.
You can have a 6-figure lighter fluid weekend. You can, but trying to sustain that is going to kill you, because everything is going to be moving so fast that you're not going to be able, because if you stop to try to catch up, normally I tell people, if you stop to try to catch up, nothing will explode. If you've poured lighter fluid on something and you have to keep feeding the beast, in that situation, if you stop, that train is going to impact onto the brick wall and all of the cars are going to smash together and you are just going to implode. How do I know this? That happened. I stopped because I got physically sick. I couldn't. Everything fell apart. I wasn't making 6 figures yet, but I was making enough to be happy. But because it was lighter fluid, everything fell apart. And it was painful in the most painful way possible.
I definitely resonate with that. I definitely do. I don't like lighter fluid though, so I stay away from it. So I don't do that process, the launch process, the big super speedy launch. I don't like it. I don't do it. Yeah. I don't do it. I have a whole Janelle style of marketing that I do. I call it that. But there's one part that I think that we're missing for this podcast, this episode, is asking for the sale, right? So you're doing all this networking, you're doing all this organic marketing, you're doing all this emailing, and yes, definitely add value. You're going to add, say, 80% value, but 20% is that sale piece. And you've got to get over that hump of being scared. You've got to get over that hump of saying, oh, I'm not worthy. You've got to get over that hump of they don't want what I need, what I'm selling. People are looking to buy from you. Yeah. So asking for that sale during that coffee chat, asking for that sale in that last call to action in your email is going to be the pivoting, changing points in you going from 0 to 6 figures that Charmaine is talking about.
And here's the other thing, as you talk about that. So selling becomes a lot easier when you realize the impact that what you're offering will have. That comes from being clear. That comes from knowing who your person is. That comes from knowing what your product transforms. You know, that's what that comes from. At the end, I would say, and see, I do 80-20, but 80% of my stuff is, I call it low-key promotion. So I have value at the top of something. Then it's like, hey, did this feel good to you? Go on over and sign up for the newsletter or grab my digital products. Hey, does this resonate with you? Put your hands up down in the bottom. And then it gives me a chance to engage. Asking for a call to action doesn't always have to be sign up for something. A call to action can be, does this resonate? Yeah. Hit reply if you're feeling it. You know, share with me what your, you know, what your top thing is. It's about it. Call to action, AKA engagement. You want them to engage with what it is. And the more you add these call to actions into your content, either it be on social media, hey, go look at this blog post. That's a call to action. You're telling them to do something. You have to tell people what to do. We are busy. I don't have time to guess what you want me to do. So if you're not telling me what to do after I get done reading, I'm just going to close the email. I'm not going to your website. I'm not going to see what you have to offer. I'm going to read your email, or I'm going to read your post, and I'm going to move on. And then the next person is going to say, hey, click this link to go read the blog post to learn more. You know, go here and do this. You've got to tell people what to do. We ain't got time to try to figure it out. We're not going to magically figure out that you want us to check out the link in your bio to sign up for your workshop. You have to tell me. You have to take me there. You know your workshop is bomb. Shout it from the rooftops.
Right. Right. Because I'm, like I said, somebody is looking for what you are offering. Somebody's like, where is this girl? Searching all over Google, and they cannot find you because you're not offering that service. You're not selling that product.
Inspiration and motivation, and you're making people feel good. I think now that I move forward, one of the worst compliments, not worst, but one of my not most favorite is, oh my God, your content makes me feel so good. It's so motivating. Okay, so let's get you on the list.
Buy something.
Get you in a program. But just to say that and for me to roll with it, like now, you know, it used to be a vanity thing because most people are going for the vanity.
Right.
Most of the people,
money.
Right. Bye. A lot of the people that sign up for my stuff are stalkers, to be quite honest.
No, they just want to know what you're doing. Yeah, they're nosy. Yes.
They don't like a post. Yeah. They don't, you know, they don't say anything on a video, but they're like, I've been watching your stuff for like 2 years. And I'm thinking, really? I ain't never seen you.
I had a guy email me. No, he LinkedIn me. I've been following your career.
What?
Creepy. Who are you? Who are you, sir? I've never seen this man in my life. But he LinkedIn me and told me he's been following my career and added me on LinkedIn. I don't know this man.
But a lot of your buy-ins, your link clicks are going to come not from the people that are liking your content. Those vanity metrics, really, you know, you want the hardcore stuff. How many conversions am I getting? Yes, in the beginning, when you're getting seen, more eyes on you, the better. Great. Okay. Now that when you get that down, now how many people are moving off platform onto my platform? How many people am I now able to count as my folks? And they're just not on social media. Because your social media means nothing.
Right.
It means nothing. Your list is everything, because if Instagram were to kick me off tomorrow, I still have people that dig my stuff. I save all my content. I have met way too many people who one day, you know, they were doing great, and the next day Facebook or Instagram was like, yeah, no, and shut them down. And they never kept any of their content. They never repurposed it. It was just all on the platform. And so I learned through other people's mistakes early to create my content first where I could, and then share it out. And I even download my reels. Like, I'm keeping everything, because if I have to rebuild one day, y'all getting the same ish that I put on the first account.
Exactly. Exactly. Charmaine, this has been fabulous. I have been just enjoying this so much. Can you tell people where they can find you? So if they want to connect, because I know you do life coaching. So
Yeah.
what are you offering right now for your potential customers?
So right now, I just started my Simplify Me program.
Mhm.
And so the wait list is open for next session, but the Simplify Me program is basically helping neurodiverse moms create that baseline list for them to put all of the pieces in there to integrate and not
Mhm.
separate, to be able to have more freedom and flow. But right now you can hop on my newsletter. If you go right to my website, thecharmlife.me, the box will pop up for you to sign up for the newsletter. I send it out 2 times a week. Ain't nobody got time for every day. You are not added to some crazy sequence. I think I send out maybe 1 or 2 emails after you get on, and then you're to getting the emails twice a week. So right now, that's what I have, is that list, and that's always going. So no matter when you watch this, you'll be able to go to thecharmlife.me and just sign up for the newsletter. That's all, and I'm on Instagram. And I do lots of fun reels, lots of educational reels, edutainment. That's what I do, is edutainment.
I'm
I
going
do
to have
lots
those
of,
links down in the show note below for you guys. So guys can just click down there and get connected with Charmaine. What were you going to say, Charmaine?
that was it. Yeah, I do a lot of fun stuff on there, and but it's edutainment. So
I love that. Edutainment. Coin that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Janelle Show. We are here every Sunday at 10 a.m. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you for being here with us, Charmaine.
thank you, Janelle, for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.